Kyoto, once the capital of Japan, now the heart of Japanese religious culture, is known for its numerous ancient Buddhist temples, gardens, Shinto shrines, imperial palaces, and Edo period neighborhoods. Surrounded by rich natural beauty, Kyoto is a city with a compelling history that reaches back 1,200 years. Join us as we spend 3 amazing days exploring the best Kyoto has to offer. Our 3-day adventure exploring the breathtaking beauty and deep history of Kyoto, Japan begins in the Arashiyama district. Our first stop is Tenryuji Temple, one of the most prestigious temples in Kyoto and part of the 5 great mountain temples of Japan, which are all important symbols of Zen Buddhism. Next on our trip around Kyoto is the world-famous Arashiyama Bamboo Grove. It is one of Kyoto's top sites, and for good reason. Standing amid these soaring stalks of bamboo is like being in another world. After leaving the emerald canopy cover of Arashiyama Bamboo Grove, the pebbled path guides us into the Kameyama district of Kyoto's Arashiyama Park. The path through the park winds southwest towards the Katsura River and Arashiyama Park's 2 observation decks. After crossing Togetsukyo Bridge, we enter Arashiyama Naka-o-Shitako for a lunch break along the Katsura River before entering Arashiyama Monkey Park Iwatayama. Here we hike up the mountainside to observe and feed native Japanese monkeys in their Iwatayama Mountain Preserve. After a hike down the mountain, we board the Sagano Romantic Train, a sightseeing train that is a popular tourist attraction that offers visitors unique access to the scenic beauty of Kyoto. One of the most remarkable features of the Sagano Romantic Train is its route, which runs along the picturesque Hozugawa River. To finish our Kyoto Day 1, we visit the small but striking Gioji Temple and its spectacular moss garden. The moss garden is exceptionally lovely in summer, with lush green moss beds nourished by the mists of Kyoto's rainy season. We begin our Kyoto Day 2 adventure at the incredible Kiyomizudera Temple. Perhaps the most popular of the temples in Kyoto, Kiyomizudera is a fixture in the minds of the Japanese people. From the steps of Kyoto's famous Kiyomizudera Temple, we enter the streets and back alleys of Kyoto's most famous geisha district, Gion. Gion attracts visitors from all over the world who desire to step back in time and experience the high concentration of traditional Edo period wooden machiya merchant houses. Kimono-clad strollers walk the footpaths seeking the best restaurants, tea houses, and shops in all of Kyoto. We will travel Zanenzaka and Ninenzaka paths until we arrive at Maruyama Park and Yasaka Shrine. Our final destination of Day 2 is the Golden Pavilion Temple, also known as Kinkakuji. Kinkakuji is a Zen temple in northern Kyoto whose top 2 floors are completely covered in gold leaf. After viewing Kinkakuji from across the pond, we pass by the head priest's former living quarters, then follow the path that leads through the temple's Edo period gardens. Our third and final day exploring Kyoto takes us to Fushimi Inari Taisha, Kyoto's greatest shrine. Fushimi Inari is an important Shinto shrine in southern Kyoto. It is famous for its thousands of vermilion torii gates, which straddle a network of trails behind its main buildings. After 3 incredible days in Kyoto, Japan, we gather our belongings and take a train south to experience the wonders of Nara, Japan's first permanent capital city. This is Tenryuji Temple. It is one of the most prestigious temples in Kyoto and is part of the 5 great mountain temples of Japan, which are all important symbols of Zen Buddhism in Kyoto. The temple is a popular destination for those who want to pay their respects, enjoy the beautiful landscapes, and experience the peaceful atmosphere unique to this Zen temple. The Songenchi garden within the temple grounds was designated as Japan's first special historical scenic spot. Songenchi garden was designed 700 years ago by Muso Kogushi, a monk of the Rinzai sect. The garden is constructed around Songenchi Pond and incorporates the sceneries of Arashiyama and Kameyama into the landscape as if they are part of the garden. Visitors can walk around Songenchi Pond under the temple's eaves and through Tenryuji's promenade garden. To fully appreciate the beauty, visitors are encouraged to take a moment to pause and sit on a wooden bench, carefully observe the garden, and reflect on the sights, sounds, and scents of nature. Looking out at the gardens from inside the temple is one of the greatest pleasures of Tenryuji Temple. The entire landscape is spectacular, with white stones surrounding Songenchi Pond, the reflection of trees on the water's surface, and numerous smaller gardens in every corner of the temple grounds. This is the Arashiyama Bamboo Grove. The Arashiyama Bamboo Grove is one of Kyoto's top sites, and for good reason. Standing amid these soaring stalks of bamboo is like being in another world. The trek through Arashiyama Bamboo Grove starts at Tenryuji Temple and winds its way to the far end of the grove at Arashiyama Park, where visitors can continue their stroll to the Arashiyama observation decks and the Katsura River. The beauty of this emerald bamboo grove captures not only the attention of camera-clutching travelers, but also Kyoto's best artisans who handcraft souvenirs and everyday items from this versatile wood. Visitors to Arashiyama Grove are entranced as they walk beneath the towering stalks, captivated by the penetrating rays of light shimmering off the emerald bamboo foliage.
After leaving the emerald canopy cover of Arashiyama Bamboo Grove, the pebbled path guides us into the Kameyama district of Kyoto's Arashiyama Park. To the locals, this area is affectionately known as Kameyama Park and is a perfect spot to enjoy Japan's abundant nature and unparalleled scenic beauty. The path winds southwest towards the Katsura River and Arashiyama Park's 2 observation decks. From the observation decks, visitors can enjoy a panoramic view of the beautiful scenery of Arashiyama, the Katsura River, Rankyo Gorge, Daihikaku Senkoji Temple, and the surrounding mountains. From the observation decks, the path parallels the Katsura River southeast towards Hozugawa River Boat Dock and Togetsukyo Bridge. After crossing Togetsukyo Bridge, we enter Arashiyama Naka-Oshitako for a lunch break along the Katsura River before entering Arashiyama Monkey Park, Iwatayama.
What is that?
Is it good?
Squid on the stick?
No.
Steak? Steak?
Can I have a bite?
What is that? What is that? What is that? Mom, what is that? Is that steak?
Kind of. Yeah, kind of. Gyoza. We've had those before. And then the tornado potato. We've also had these before. So.
What's the tornado thing like?
It's kind of like potato chips.
Like pancake and mozzarella cheese.
Inside.
Pancake was really good. I got a bite of that. I haven't hit the mozzarella yet.
Are we almost there, Daddy-O, pal?
That's a pretty first, isn't it?
Like 15 minutes.
Can we go up there? Can we go up there?
He just jumped on the other one.
Yeah, Emma, you can have your own.
Oh, look at the baby one. Is he gonna eat one?
Oh, it's his belly full! He's a good one.
go, little guy.
Can't keep getting all of them.
Go slow.
I'm sorry, I don't have any more. Yay! He took it!
Look, Becca. Look. No, you gotta hold it up. There you go.
I put it like this.
Becca, watch.
Oh!
Becca, look. I can do it.
Hi, big guy.
These guys are
Hi,
grumpy.
Whoa.
There you go.
Here, bud. Look, there's a baby. Her baby. Now you should feed the mama.
This little baby over here is cute, Josh. Did you see?
She's like,
Look at this little guy.
What's the dad?
Mom, don't they crack them by themselves? Mom, can I have one of the babies? Oh! Oh!
He's eating.
Oh!
He's eating the mama.
"Come on, Mom, you can have one."
No, but look, she'll share. Arm, watch.
You give him his hand out.
He looks so hungry. He's like, oh, look. Dad, look. Yeah, he's hungry for sure.
You hungry? Here you go, buddy. The Sagano Romantic Train, known as the Sagano Toroko in Japanese, is a sightseeing train that was originally designed as a small freight train. Today, it is a popular tourist attraction that offers visitors a unique experience in the scenic beauty of Kyoto. One of the most remarkable features of the Sagano Romantic Train is its route, which runs along the picturesque Hozugawa River. The Sagano Romantic Train's route spans 7.3 kilometers in distance, covering the stretch from Toroko Saga Station to Toroko Kamioka Station, and takes approximately 25 minutes each way. With its classical color scheme and Art Deco design, the train exudes a charming ambiance that will transport you back in time. The wooden chairs and bare light bulbs inside car number 5 further enhance the vintage feel of the train. This windowless open car, also known as the Rich, is particularly popular among passengers as it allows them to experience the sunlight, weather, and breeze firsthand. Riding the windowless car number 5 on the Sagano Romantic Train is a unique and immersive way to take in the beauty of Kyoto's countryside. We were able to experience the open car number 5 on the journey from Toroko Saga Station to Toroko Kamioka Station, and then enjoyed an enclosed car on the return trip. Riding along the edge of the cliffs, passengers can enjoy the breathtaking views of the gorge and the Hozugawa River Valley, which boasts year-round natural beauty. Despite its small size, Gioji Temple and its pristine moss garden are a worthwhile addition to your Kyoto itinerary. Comprised primarily of a charming moss garden and a single thatched roof building, this temple was originally a nunnery that fell into disrepair over time until it was taken under the wing of the larger Kinkakuji Temple. The moss garden is exceptionally lovely in summer, with lush green moss beds nourished by the mists of Kyoto's rainy season. The plush green carpet covers the garden area, and different breeds of moss are on display in pots along the path. The history of Gioji Temple appears in the tale of Heike, known as the Covenant of Tragic Love, to which the dancer Gio fled from her home in the capital with her mother and younger sister to become nuns when Gio fell out of favor with Taida no Kiyomori. Gioji became their sanctuary. Within Gioji's single thatched roof hall is a noteworthy circular window and several wooden statues of the famous historical figures associated with the site, as well as the principal worship image, a statue of Dainichi Nyorai. Kiyomizudera Temple is perhaps the most popular of temples in Kyoto and is a fixture in the minds of the Japanese people. The temple's veranda juts out the side of the mountain, supported by 13-meter-high wooden columns. The main hall, with its distinctive hip-shaped roof and cypress bark, rests to the rear of the veranda and houses within it a priceless statue of Kannon Bodhisattva, the goddess of mercy. From the veranda, one can appreciate fine views facing west over the city of Kyoto. Several other buildings designated as national treasures dot the grounds, as do waterfalls and landmarks which have entered popular lore. There is also a shrine, Jishu Jinja, on the grounds, and praying there is said to help one succeed in finding an appropriate love match. Kiyomizudera Temple was founded in 778 AD and contains buildings from the 17th century, including a main hall. The temple's wooden stage is undoubtedly what the temple is most famous for, offering an outstanding panoramic view of Kyoto rising out of the Sea of Maples. Towards the entrance of Kiyomizudera Temple, there is an abnormally large spear placed in a hole in the wooden walkway. The staff itself is rectangular and smooth, about 8.5 feet tall and weighing about 300 pounds. Legend has it that the giant warrior monk Benkei used it as a walking stick and left it at Kiyomizudera Temple. Also, according to legend, if you can lift it, you will prosper. Benkei's spear is not anchored. It is resting in a slot in the wood which demands that it be lifted straight up at half an arm's length away. It cannot be leaned at all, and its position in the slot, surrounded by wooden railing, make it impossible to hold against the body as you lift. We watched a crowd of nearly 30 people unsuccessfully attempt to lift Benkei's spear before getting our chance.
Oh, man. Oh, you did it.
Though rarely lifted, I was able to lift the spear. The crowd and my children were impressed. I had a good laugh. Kiyomizudera Temple is very popular with visitors and has something of a festival atmosphere. Vendors abound who sell talismans, incense, and paper fortunes. Serious pilgrims come to pray. Young people come looking for good fortune in love. Visitors come to see the sights, and all fall under the spell of Kyoto's timeless temple. The three-story pagoda at Kiyomizudera is one of the tallest of its kind in Japan, standing at 31 meters high. The current structure dates from a reconstruction carried out in 1633 when its original red coloring was also restored. The temple's colorful bell tower was constructed in 1596. Though in the past the bell was used to direct the monks during the day, now it's most famously rung on New Year's Eve, when the bell is rung 108 times to symbolize the 108 earthly desires Buddhism acknowledges must be overcome. This temple was named for the pure water that flows from the Otawa no Taki waterfall. With Kiyomizu from the temple's name translating to pure water, it is said that the water possesses the power to extend one's life and fulfill one's wishes, and you can take a long-handled ladle to drink from one of the channels yourself. The water is said to have therapeutic properties, and drinking from the 3 different streams is said to confer health, longevity, and success in studies.
This is Gion, Kyoto's most famous geisha district. Gion attracts visitors from all over the world who desire to step back in time and experience the high concentration of traditional Edo period wooden machiya merchant houses. The streets and side alleys offer incredible backdrops for artists and photographers who seek the perfect portrayal of an idealized Japan. Kimono-clad strollers walk the footpaths seeking the best restaurants, tea houses, and shops in Kyoto. The adventure through the streets and side alleys of Gion begins at the steps of Kyoto's famous Kiyomizudera Temple. From Kiyomizudera, we walk west down Matsubara-dori until we reach Sanenzaka Path. The entrance to this traditional shopping street is across from Ghibli Studios shop Kyoto. We will continue on Sanenzaka Path as it curves west, revealing the perfect photography spot of the Yasaka Pagoda, framed by Sanenzaka Path. After a few great photos, we backtrack until we reach Ninenzaka Path, a quaint region with traditional wooden homes and shops. We will travel Ninanzaka Path connecting with Nene no Michi Street until we arrive at Maruyama Park and Yasaka Shrine.
How is it, Hiram?
Good.
So good, dude? Right?
Oh, pig. This is American.
Emma, how is it? Go ahead, boys, I'll get you water.
I think it's like 60 in the evening.
All you're gonna never eat.
You should
I'm going to take. We have to take it. Okay.
Hi, Brim.
Hello.
Japan is famous for the
Yaku champion.
That's a very special dish.
Now go for teriyaki.
Oh yeah, you should put your Pikachu on.
This is Kinkakuji, or the Golden Pavilion Temple in northern Kyoto, whose top two floors are completely covered in gold leaf. Formerly known as Roku-anji, the temple was the retirement villa of the shogun Ashikaga Yoshimitsu, and according to his will, it became a Zen temple of the Rinzai sect after his death in 1408. Kinkakuji was built to echo the extravagant Kitayama culture that developed in the wealthy aristocratic circles of Kyoto during Yoshimitsu's time. Each floor represents a different style of architecture. The first floor is built in the Shinden style used for palace buildings during the Heian period, and with its natural wood pillars and white plaster walls, contrasts yet complements the gilded upper stories of the pavilion. Statues of the Shaka Buddha, historical Buddha, and Yoshimitsu are stored in the first floor. The second floor is built in the Puke style used in samurai residences and has its exterior completely covered in gold leaf. Finally, the third and uppermost floor is built in the style of a Chinese Zen hall, is gilded inside and out, and is capped with a golden phoenix. After viewing Kinkakuji from across the pond, visitors pass by the head priest's former living quarters, Hojo, which are known for their painted sliding doors. The path once again passes by Kinkakuji from behind, then leads through the temple's gardens, which have retained their original designs from Yoshimitsu's days. Continuing through the garden takes you to the Sekatei tea house, adding to Kinkakuji during the Edo period.
This is Fushimi Inari Taisha. Fushimi Inari is the most important of several thousands of shrines dedicated to Inari, the Shinto god of rice. Foxes are thought to be Inari's messengers, resulting in many fox statues across the shrine grounds. At the shrine's entrance stands the Roman Gate, which was donated in 1589 by the famous leader Toyotomi Hideyoshi. Behind stands the shrine's main hall, where all visitors are encouraged to pay respect to the resident deity by making a small offering. While the primary reason most visitors come to Fushimi Inari Shrine is to explore the mountain trails with its thousands of torii gates, the shrine's main buildings are worth experiencing. At the very back of the shrine's main grounds is the entrance to the Torii Gate covered hiking trail, which starts with two dense parallel rows of gates called Senbon Torii, or thousands of torii gates. Due to its countless vermilion torii gates, which straddle a network of trails behind its main buildings, Fushimi Inari Shrine is one of Kyoto's most visited sites. The trails above Fushimi Inari Shrine lead visitors into the wooded forest of the sacred Mount Inari, which stands at 233 meters and belongs to the shrine's grounds. The torii gates along the entire trail are donations by individuals and companies, and you will find the donator's name and the date of the donation inscribed on the back of each gate. The donation amount starts around 400,000 yen for a smaller gate and increases to over 1 million yen for a large gate. Along the way, there are multiple smaller shrines with stacks of miniature torii gates that were donated by visitors with smaller budgets. The hike to the summit of the mountain and back takes about 2 to 3 hours. However, visitors are free to walk just as far as they wish before turning back. Surrounded by rich natural beauty, Kyoto is a city with a unique repertoire of compelling culture that has refined over the past 1,200 years. Kyoto served as Japan's capital and the emperor's residence from 794 until 1868, but Fushimi Inari Shrine has ancient origins, predating the capital's move to Kyoto. No visit to Kyoto is complete without experiencing the majesty and mystery of Fushimi Inari Shrine.